can't fathom it. I can't believe I did it. I can't believe I did that. No, purge is like the worst part of your acne treatment. Why? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's Skincare Sunday video, I wanted to share my 1 month update on my Adapalene treatment, or my Dermatica treatment, and how that's going. I just wanted to say a really big thank you to everybody who has subscribed, because we are at like 1,000, over 1,000 now, and I'm just really grateful. So thank you for subscribing to my channel. And of course, if you haven't subscribed and you enjoy skincare videos, then go ahead and subscribe down below. So today's video, I wanted to share my 1 month update on Adapalene, or Differin / my Dermatica treatment basically, and how my skin is doing. So I'm coming to you fully barefaced other than my eye makeup, so that we can do some close-ups and get into that. I really just wanted to share what my new take and, I don't know, I guess strategy is with my acne and what I'm doing. So if you don't know already, I quit using Tretinoin around May 21st and I was just done with it. I had gone through the purge, which so many people glaze over, by the way, like, oh, you may purge, yeah, you might get a purge, purging is horrible. Like, no, purge is like the worst part of your acne treatment. It is, like, it's just the worst part of the whole process. And I got through it and it left me with more marks because I had more spots, and it was really difficult. But around the May time, I was just getting a lot of like whiteheads on my chin, which I had prior to Tretinoin, by the way. I had them before Tretinoin. However, at this time, it was hot, it was humid. I was like, what is going on? But I just knew that I needed to just give Tretinoin a break and try something different. If you suffer from acne yourself, you will know that a lot of the time you probably have a list of treatments and acne medications that you have tried and have done some good, have been helpful here and there, but haven't like done everything. And Tretinoin is an amazing product, treatment and everything. However, it can't do everything, you know. So my Dermatica treatment is this little tube here. Now this little tube expires on the 27th of July, and we are currently in July, and that is when I've set up my subscription to come again. So just a little bit about Dermatica if you don't know. It's basically an online dermatology service where you fill out a form, send images, and a dermatology team look at your skin and prescribe you with a treatment. So this is the treatment I've got. It's 0.1% Adapalene, 4% Niacinamide, and 1% Clindamycin. I always try not to say Clindamycin. Anyway, so this little tube is, I think it's 15 mils. It's not on here, but I think it is. And someone tell me why you're driving like that. So this little tube I've been using every other night. And basically, you squeeze this. One pump of this is literally the perfect pea size amount. It does depend on the area you're treating. Maybe if you have a really big head, I don't know. But you can do one to two pumps. So I'm just showing you guys my phone, where I have literally been tracking, because I didn't want to miss any nights or anything. I've just been doing it every other night. So that's where these little ticks are, where I've put it on. And this is my 5th week doing it. So I pretty much do some without moisturising first. So some I will cleanse my face, let my face dry, and then just go straight in with the treatment and then moisturise. But most of the time I have been cleansing and moisturising first and then putting on my treatment. So yeah, with the Dermatica treatment, it is subscription and you'll get a new one every month, but you can change it. So I've put mine up to like, I think 55 days, because I knew that I was going to be using this every other day, and it doesn't expire until the end of July basically. And like I said, I got this in May. So you can change your subscription. It's quite flexible, and rather than paying out a lot at that time. So the subscription after like the first month is around £20. And I know it looks small, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good considering what's in there. So anyway, I quit the Tretinoin. I also quit the benzoyl peroxide around the same week to give my skin a full break, you know, let it recover, because of course Tretinoin really was drying out my skin. At that point I was using it very often. I did slowly wean down to like 3 times a week again. However, my skin was still just like very compromised, and I just gave it a full break. I think I gave it a proper full break for at least 2 weeks. And then I started my Dermatica treatment. By that point, 2 weeks, surprisingly, I thought it would take longer. I don't know. Like, obviously, it takes at least 28 days for our skin cells to naturally turn over. And within 2 weeks, my skin was a lot less dry. It was a lot less compromised. And even just stopping the Tretinoin helped with my whitehead spot explosion. So from that, I started the treatment. And that's what I wanted to talk about today, is how that is going. So Firstly, I want to say that my skin has definitely got a bit better and it is less dry than it was on the Tretinoin. I'm aware that my process with Tretinoin was definitely a learning one because I was really drying out my skin. So I just wanted to talk you through my routine. In the morning, I wake up, of course. I use the salicylic acid by CeraVe and I just kind of foam that and really focus it on the areas where I get the most oily, because some people wake up and they're not even oily or sweaty or anything, but I wake up with an oily face, especially if it's been a hot night. While I brush my teeth, I let the salicylic acid just get into my skin. Like, on the back it says, you know, it only takes like 30 seconds or whatever, but there's no harm in leaving it on and then rinsing it off, because it is a wash off treatment, of course, but I really want the salicylic acid to get into my pores and do what they can. Then while my face is wet, I go in with either my niacinamide or my hyaluronic acid, both by The Ordinary. This morning, for example, I use niacinamide. This is niacinamide at 10% with zinc at 1%. I had tried using this alongside my Tretinoin, but I just couldn't make it work. However, with this treatment, I'm finding it a lot easier to incorporate and I'm not having any troubles with it. Also, niacinamide is in my treatment and there is some niacinamide and salicylic acid in one of the sunscreens that I use. So overall, it's been fine using it this time round. So while my face is still wet, I just put on the niacinamide. It's water-based, it's absolutely fine to do that. And then I just lock it all in with aloe vera gel. I've gone back to aloe vera gel. However, I do still use my E45 cream when I'm feeling particularly dry, but honestly, like, my skin, like I said, my skin has been okay. Like, it is nowhere near as dry as it was with Tretinoin. However, I am still in the early stages. You know, my skin can still really dry out and we'll see how that goes. I don't want to jinx it. So then I'll put on the aloe vera gel. Again, it's just a tiny pea-sized amount. I found that that's all I need to spread that across my face, and that is literally it. Then it's SPF. I'm currently, you guys know, I still alternate my SPF, so I'm using the Riche-Posay Shaka Fluid here. You've got to shake that one up to really activate it, get it all going, and then it's really easy to just put onto the skin, really light on the skin. And of course, that is all I currently have on that sunscreen and my products. Now, I have had a couple of breakouts, but as per with any treatment, you can't just expect your skin to stop breaking out. Like, that's not necessarily the aim of acne medications even. It is to really control your acne, and you may still get some, you know, hormonal acne around the time of the month, which I've just had a visit from Aunt Flo, by the way. So this update will include that, you know, those kind of breakouts. Anyway, I just wanted to say that I had some on my jawline, and with Tretinoin, when I was purging, I was getting a lot on my jawline. So for me personally, jawline is an area where I might get the odd couple of spots, but during my Tretinoin purge, I just got a lot on my jawline, and it was just like, okay, this is bloody annoying, because then I got a lot of marks left over from those spots. I've been getting them again whilst using this, but like I said, I have had a visit from Aunt Flo. So, you know, you can't always narrow it down to exactly one thing, but even if I am possibly starting to purge from this, it's kind of unavoidable. It's either you slow down the treatment process by using it less and less and basically long out the whole process, trying to avoid a really, you know, explosive purge. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I would rather go the long haul this time round, because I really don't want to go through it again. Like, it's just really hard to see your skin doing well and then getting worse, and then doing well and then getting worse. Do you know what I mean? It's a really hard process, and I think people with acne will really relate to that it's not an easy thing to just decide that, oh yeah, I'll just get it all over and done with, get it all out. Like, it's on your face, and it's a lot of the time it hurts, they're tender to touch spots, you're very self-conscious of it. And to be honest, if I can go the long haul and have as little breakouts and explosions on my face as possible, then I think I'm going to do that. The spots that I have been getting on my jawline, I've just been popping on these Squish Beauty pimple patches. 20 Flower Power Acne Patches, they're called, and these are non-irritating and drug-free. So it says protects blemishes and promotes faster healing, and the ingredient is the hydrocolloid, I think I said that right. So this ingredient basically just helps your spot to heal in a good environment that's not going to, obviously it's covered, so it's not gonna, no bacteria can interfere, you're less likely to pick, all those kind of things, and it will help your spot heal, particularly if it is a whitehead, which my 2 jawline spots did become whiteheads. So I just put those on and you just don't have to worry about it. and you just get on with your day. So I'll insert some pictures here of how my skin is today. I'll just literally take them right now and you guys can see how my skin is doing. So I really wanted to put some comparison pictures here so you guys can see, you know, where I was starting with the acne I was having, my skin this time last year, my skin during the Tretinoin purge. This is my skin just before starting the Dermatica treatment. You can see that it's very inflamed and you can possibly see that it's very dry. The dryness is literally on my skin. You can see it on my chin there, very inflamed and red, and just it was about time to stop the Tretinoin for me. And of course the chin acne I was dealing with, I felt like Tretinoin wasn't helping that, so a new treatment would be necessary or just a break from it. Both helped me. And I just wanted to remind myself where I've come from. You know, I've dealt with acne for years, so to finally have skin like this, knowing that that's what I had a couple of months ago during the purge, it makes me feel so happy. So I just wanted to talk through my evening routine. So basically in the evenings it's pretty much the same process. I will just use a gentle cleanser. So I do use Cetaphil, or at the moment I'm actually using the Clinique cleansing balm, which I've also been enjoying. It's very luxurious. It's a nice, like, you know, again, both of these are fragrance free and just very gentle on the skin. They're not going to strip your skin and they're not going to leave you dry and thirsty. Sometimes I might feel like I need something a bit more foaming if it's been like, you know, a day where I've been out and about, I've been sweating, I've been putting on layers of sunscreen. I just feel like a foaming cleanser. I've definitely been conditioned that I just, you know, prefer that. Go in and gently cleanse my face as usual. Then when my face is damp, I'll apply my moisturiser, which again will be a pea-sized amount of my aloe vera gel. I'll let that sink into the skin for however long, you know, just enjoy the evening. And then later on I'll go in with my Dermatica treatment, which of course I just use one pump and put that all over the face. And that's literally it. That's my skincare routine. So I think that's super, super simple. And if my skin is feeling dry, I actually got this hemp seed oil from Boots. It's a dry oil actually. It doesn't leave your skin greasy or anything. So it was one that was recommended for acne prone skin. So I thought I'd give it a go, and it is really, really good actually. However, it's not like a thing I use every day. So that concludes my skincare update, how it's going. The whole process, how my skin is looking. I'm really, really happy with it and I hope that it gets better. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for subscribing if you have, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.